What's good? Ramon Carter here with Gut Check, and today I want to talk to you about something that is really near to my heart, something that really gives me passion and gives me life. And it was a question that my mentor posed the other day. And that question was, what's holding you back? As a matter of fact, go ahead and check my feed, October 10th, and the label was Saturday Morning Fire. You know, on Friday, I put out a live in which I talked about you being world class and that you had to have that understanding that you are world class. And when I thought about that and I thought about the question, what's holding you back, that my mentor posed to me, it made me do a greater and deeper level of introspect and of self-looking inward, right? And I realized that there are 4 reoccurring themes in my book, Gut Check. The first is the fact that all your dreams, all your desires, all your passions and uniqueness were divinely given, but not just divinely given by the same hand, the same infinite intelligence that created the universe, right? Second would be that you have to have a strong mental capacity in this time, in this moment. You have to be able to look forward and project yourself past your current situation. You have to have what Wallace Wattles calls a mastermind, the ability to believe the truth even in the face of factual current circumstances that are contradictory to that. The third is information. You're going to have to always look and dig and dive and see that what is it that you need to become that person. You know, what coaching, what mentoring and things of that nature. How do you need to change to be able to become that person? And then the fourth is discipline. You know, do the work. You know, how to do the work, how to mentally put yourself in a space where you're doing the work. And so what's holding you back? You know, is it something in the first pillar? You know, do you believe who you are? Do you believe in the greatness, and uniqueness that's inside of you that the world is just salivating to have, right? Is it your mental capacity? Are you not actually able to project yourself forward, project yourself to the future, to get a clear vision of what it is you want to do, a clear vision of who you are, and then live in that place, right? And pull yourself to that place. Is it the fact that you don't want to do the research? You don't want to look and see what you need to become. You don't want to, can you take coaching? Can you take mentoring? You know, will you read? Will you study? You know, will you dive into the things that you need to dive into to make the 180-degree change and become who you're called to be? Are you willing to put the work in? Right? Can you combat laziness? Can you combat all those things, right, that are seeking to hold you back? That resistance, right, that holds a creative person back from being everything that they were called to be. Can you shut off laziness, right? Yes, you can. You and I are no different, right? I was in the same place. I had to do some introspect because your fruit is your feedback. That's right. The current place you are, you have arrived there from things you have done. You have arrived there from a course that you've taken. It's called the principle of the path, as Andy Stanley would say, that every path you take has a destination. So where you are is because of decisions you've made, because of habits that you held on to. And so you have to understand that, you know, you have to look inside and figure out what's holding you back. What's holding you back? You are great. You are special. You are unique. The world is salivating for that. You know, what's holding you back? You are mentally strong. You know, you'll never rise higher than your current self-image. You'll never perform greater than who you believe you are or who you believe you can become. You have to control your mind. You can do it. Right? It doesn't matter. I've looked at bills. I've looked at eviction notices and still kept my mind focused on the fact that I was a person who could change the world one life at a time. You know, dig in deep. You know, what is it? You can't find the information. You can't figure out what it is you need to do. You figure it out. I was the same way. It took years and years and years of reading and studying and mentorship and coaching and training to be able to get to a place where I could crystallize the goals that I needed to do to achieve what it is I needed to achieve. And finally, yes, you can do the work. You can break the chains of laziness. You can break the chains of apathy. You can break the chains of wanting to do whatever it is you want to do. And you can put yourself in a place where you can become comfortable with being uncomfortable. You can put yourself in a place where you can shed those lazy thoughts, where you can do the things that's required of you. You are able to roll up your sleeves. You are able to let that rubber hit that road and screech off into the destiny that you were designed to have. Right? So this video is about self-introspect. When you turn this off, get yourself into a quiet place. Get yourself into a quiet space and ask yourself, self, what's holding me back? What are my fears? What are my trepidations? You know, what are the things that I currently do or currently have done that have led me to this place? And once you figure it out, once you fix it, then you need to do the 180 of that. You need to do the complete opposite of that. And that's how you're going to pull yourself up. That's how you're going to put yourself into world-class status, iconic status, that greatness that's on the inside of you. You know, as always, I want to thank you guys for listening to me. I'm always going to be a resource for you in whatever capacity that you need. And I leave you with these 3 thoughts. Think abundance, focus on growth, create, never compete. Thanks, and God bless.